Hi, everyone. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Okay, every month, as you well know, we have a vocabulary test, and that's what we're going to do today. 10 questions. Each has a blank with 4 possible answers. Like this. Number 1. Arthur's hard work and positive attitude have enabled him to blank countless difficulties and challenges in life. Well, hopefully you won't have too many countless difficulties and challenges in life, but you will certainly have some. Every life has its ups and downs. Arthur is a man's name, and because he has a positive attitude, he's not afraid to be challenged, and he's willing to work hard, that has enabled him, that has allowed him to blank countless difficulties and challenges in life. Now, has he abandoned countless difficulties and challenges in life? No. Has he overcome them? Ooh, that looks really good, because if you overcome something, that something was difficult, but you were able to make it a positive experience. To possess, enable someone to possess countless difficulties and challenges, these are not things you want to keep by any means, so that's odd. To restore them, that's the last thing you want to do. That would mean to bring them back, and you tried to get rid of difficulties and challenges. Definitely choose B, overcome. Arthur's hard work and positive attitude have enabled him to overcome countless difficulties and challenges in life.
好，所以题目说 Arthur 他的 hard work 他的工作努力还有他的 positive attitude positive 可以是积极的或者正面的，所以他工作努力而且呢态度积极正面，那这两样事情 have enabled him 让他得以 to 做什么事情呢？那我们看到要选的答案应该是 be overcome 就是克服，因为他可以这次都好事，然后让他可以克服 countless 不可胜数的很多很多的 difficulties 各种各样的困难，还有 challenges 他也可以克服这个挑战啊，在生活里面的挑战，所以我们要选 overcome。 那我们看其他的字 A abandon 是遗弃的意思 to leave behind 或者是 desert D-E-S-E-R-T 啊，也是动词遗弃的意思。那 C 这个选项 possess 是拥有own 啊，所以让他能够拥有无数的这个困难，这讲起来很奇怪啊。那 D restore 是恢复啊 to bring back to an original condition 啊，那所以也不合适，那我们要选 overcome。那 overcome 常常后面就是接 difficulties， 那另外他常常接上 overcome problems 啊，克服了问题或者克服了障碍 overcome obstacles O-B-S-T-A-C-L-E-S， 那这都是常见的 collocation。
Number 2. I came across some good blank at the department store that was having an anniversary sale. Take this high-end camera, for example. It was 50% off. Not bad, not bad. So you came across some good whats at the department store. I noticed that we said the department store. We're talking about the specific department store that was having an anniversary sale. It wasn't just any department store. You could have also said I came across some good bargains at a department store without having to talk about what kind it was. But that's the difference anyways between saying the department store and a department store. Now, what did we come across? Did we come across some good districts, which are areas of political divisions of land? Or concepts, which are ideas? Or slogans, which are things you chant at rallies or at political situations? Or bargains, where you can buy something for cheaper than you normally could? And since we were talking about a high-end camera being 50% off, you definitely want to choose D, bargains. I came across some good bargains at the department store that was having an anniversary sale. Take this high-end camera, for example. It was 50% off.
好，所以 came across 就是巧遇，正好碰到，所以我碰到了一些 good 什么样的东西，那在哪里碰到呢？ At the department store 在那一家百货公司，那为什么是那一家？为什么特定的呢？因为它后面有修饰，他说 that was having an anniversary sale， 就是正在周年庆的那一家百货公司，所以他讲 the department store。 那另外注意周年庆就是 anniversary sale。好，然后呢，后面还有一句，他说 take this high-end camera for example. Take something for example 就是以什么来举例那这个 high-end 就是高阶的，这个高阶的相机拿它来举例的话呢，它是打5折 ，it was 50% off， 所以我们要选的是 bargain。bargain 它可以表示一个划算的交易也可以表示物美价廉的东西。那其他选项我们看一下 A districts 它是指行政区域那我们常常讲 a shopping district 就是购物区一个城市里面专门让人购物的一个地方，所以这答案不对。B concepts 是概念或者观念也不对。C slogans 是标语都不对，所以我们要选的是 bargains。
Number 3. The various colors this artist used in her painting portray the scene at the farm so blank that I feel like I'm actually there. Okay, we're looking at a painting, and it's beautiful, it's colorful, and it's so accurate that it feels almost like you're looking in real life at something. Well, the scene at the farm, so what that I feel like I'm actually there? So vividly, so bitterly, so roughly, so scarcely. Well, vividly looks good right away because vivid means obvious. It is something that shines or comes right out at you. And if it's a beautiful painting, then if it's vivid, it's going to look real. That's good. But bitterly, roughly, and scarcely are all negative. And then you wouldn't be pleased to see the painting. Bitter is a feeling that you wish something hadn't happened. Rough has a lot of meanings, but all of them are negative. Maybe the painting was not done very skillfully, but it was, so it can't be roughly. Scarcely is just a little bit, of a painting? Doesn't make sense. So definitely choose A, vividly. The various colors this artist used in her painting portray the scene at the farm so vividly that I feel like I'm actually there.
好，所以 the various colors 不同的颜色好，然后呢后面有一个形容词子句 that this artist used in her painting， 那个 that 省略掉了，所以这一位艺术家用在他画作中的那些不同的颜色怎么样呢？ portray 是动词，描绘了 the scene 这个景色或者景致 at the farm 那个农村的景致。好，描绘的怎么样呢？ So 我们选 vividly 就是生动栩栩如生，描绘的非常生动，非常的栩栩如生。到什么程度呢？到说 I feel like I'm actually there， 我觉得我人真的是在那边让你身临其境那种感觉，所以画得非常的生动。我们选 A vividly。那 B bitterly 是痛苦的， C roughly 是粗糙的或者粗略的例如我们可以说 roughly speaking 就是我们很粗略地说或者这个字也常常用来指粗糙的，那放在这里两个意义都不合。那 D scarcely 就是 almost not 是勉强几乎不例如我们可以说 I could scarcely believe it 就我几乎不敢相信，但放在这个句子里面意思也不对，所以我们要选的是 vividly。
Number 4. The writer was blank last year. He wrote 3 novels and published his autobiography, which was one of the best sellers of the year. This writer is fake. I'm sorry, nobody writes 3 novels.
And an autobiography.
Well, he published the autobiography, so that's not part of his work. Unless it's, what's his name, that guy who wrote 40, the Discworld author, Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett is the only man that would fill this sentence. Okay, anyways, if you do all of that work, if you do a superlative work, what kind of thing are you? Are you A, productive? Yes, you are. Are you B, conservative? Conservative means you are,
You control yourself and you would not produce a lot of things.
I actually disagree with that. If you're conservative, it's a political term, meaning that you want things to stay the same, and you're not progressive, meaning you want things to get better or get different.
That is the political meaning.
Yeah.
But a conservative person is not so outgoing, is not so productive.
Okay. And then C, faithful means you are, you believe in something or you're true to something. And D, graceful, it means that you move with an elegance and you don't trip all the time, for example. So choose A, productive. The writer was productive last year. He wrote 3 novels and published his autobiography, which is one of the best sellers of the year.
好，所以题目说这一位作家去年怎么样呢？那怎么样？我们先看他后面的叙述。他说他写了3本小说，然后呢出版了他的自传。那这个自传呢 which 就指这个自传是 one of the best sellers of the year， 是当年畅销书 best sellers 之一。好，所以他显然写了那么多东西，他很多产。那我们看 A 选项 productive 就是多产的意思啊。那另外一个字多产fertile F-E-R-T-I-L-E， 不过 fertile 通常是指物产。那 productive 它可以指物产，也可以指像一个多产的作家，就是用 productive。那 be conservative 它可以表示做人很保守，那政府在政治上面的话就是很保守的保守党啊，或者是这个心态保守的，就是 conservative， 所以放在这里不对。那 C faithful 忠诚的就是 loyal L-O-Y-A-L， 那放在这里句子也不对。那 graceful 就是优雅的啊，它这个characterized by beauty of movement 啊，举动很优雅，那放在这句子也不对。
Number 5. There are too many typing blank in Stanley's report, so the professor asked him to hand in a revised version as soon as possible. Well, Stanley can't type very well. He has made many blank. And when he showed it to his professor, the professor said, "Are you kidding me? You're going to revise this. You're going to do it again, and I don't want to see so many, what, actions? Not on a piece of paper. Images. And, well, you don't type images. Orders. Typing orders, there's no place in this sentence for orders. Errors makes a lot of sense. Errors are mistakes, simply put. So if you hand that in to your professor, you'll be lucky if he doesn't fail you. He'll tell you to do it again. So choose D. There are too many typing errors in Stanley's report, so the professor asked him to hand in a revised version as soon as possible.
所以呢，在这个 Stanley 他的 report 报告里面呢，有太多的 typing errors， 我们要选 D errors， 所以 typing errors 就是打字错误啊。那另外有一个英文字 typos 也是打字错误的意思啊 ，T-Y-P-O 它可以数的，在这里是复数 typos。所以他打字错误太多，所以他的教授呢要求他 ask him 要 hand in 交 a revised version 一个修改过的版本 revised 就是修改过的一个版本，而且要尽快交 as soon as possible。那其他选项我们看 A actions 是行动， B images 是影像， C orders 是命令，那放在这个句子意思都讲不通。
Number 6. Vincent's recent promotion and raise in salary blank how the company values his dedication. So he got a promotion, which means he was given a nicer title and probably more work. He was also given a raise in salary, which is the more pertinent thing, which is that he got more money every month. And these things were how the company valued his dedication. The company was like, yeah, you really work hard for us and we appreciate that. So what are these things? They something how the company values his dedication. They suspect, they calculate, they reflect, or they frustrate how the company values his dedication. The only one that works here grammatically is reflect, because these things show or reflect how the company values his dedication. The other ones just don't work grammatically.
好，我们看到这个题目，他说 Vincent 他最近 recent 的 promotion 他的升职，还有 raise in salary 加薪啊，在薪水方面的增加叫做加薪，也就是 raise in salary。这两件事情呢怎么样？我们要选的是 reflect， 就是反映了 how the company 他的公司是如何的 values his dedication。 value 是动词，器重啊或者珍视啊，珍惜跟重视他的奉献 dedication。好，所以我们要选的是 reflect。 那其他选项我们看一下， A suspect 是怀疑，公司如果怀疑他就不会给他升职了。 B calculate 计算啊，那公司计算他有多么的器重这个人，那也不会说啊计算跟升职没有直接关系，不对。那 D frustrate 是使他感到挫折，那放在这也不对。
Number 7. In the debate, Emma made such an blank statement expressing her viewpoints that even her competitors were persuaded. Let's see. A. Arrogant. B. Eloquent. C. Obscure. Or D. Insane. Which one works? Well, this is a debate. There are two teams, or at least two people. Well, competitors will be more than one, so there are two teams. Emma is on one team. She makes an blank statement expressing her viewpoints. You have to do that in a debate, but that even her competitors were persuaded. So when she spoke about her opinion, it was so well said, it was so well reasoned, it was so well prepared that even the other team thought, she really has a point. So, which one expresses this? An arrogant statement will not make people support her ideas. Eloquent means that she speaks beautifully and logically to the point. It was a good speech. Obscure statement means hard to find or something which really doesn't have much to do with the topic. And then insane simply means crazy, and that won't persuade anybody. Choose eloquent. In the debate, Emma made such an eloquent statement expressing her viewpoints that even her competitors were persuaded.
好，所以在这个辩论当中 debate 辩论当中呢 Emma made such an 怎么样的 statement， 那我们要选的是 eloquent， 就是口若悬河的，所以他这个叙述讲的口若悬河，讲的非常的好。那这个 statement 是什么样的 statement 呢？是 expressing her viewpoints， 表达她的看法啊，所以她表达的非常好。那好到什么程度呢？好到甚至于连她的 competitors， 她的竞争对手 were persuaded， 都被说服了。好，我们看其他选项 A. arrogant 就是傲慢自大的啊，它有一个同义字 conceited 啊 C-O-N-C-E-I-T-E-D 啊，可以顺便背起来。那 C 选项 obscure 就是晦涩的模糊的，它也可以指鲜为人知的默默无闻的，那不管是哪个意思在这个句子都不合适。D. insane 就是精神失常的，就是 mad M-A-D 啊，那都不合适，我们选 eloquent。
Number 8. The laptop cost me an arm and a leg. However, after weeks of use, it started to blank from time to time, and now it won't turn on. Oh dear. If something costs you an arm and a leg, it means that you have to chop off an arm and a leg and hand it over to the person that... No. But it feels like you've chopped off your arm and your leg. It's just really, really expensive is what that means. So this laptop was super expensive, but after only a few weeks, it started to do something from time to time. And now it won't turn on, which is like the opposite of what you need in a laptop. At minimum, you need it to turn on. What happens? What does it do from time to time? Does it bleed? Does it have blood running out of it? That is not a laptop. Does it crash from time to time? Now, crash normally means like two things running into each other, but we use this word now to talk about an electronic device that suddenly
malfunctions.
Oh, thank you. Malfunctions. It suddenly can't work. Like the screen will freeze, the buttons won't be able to be pressed. And so, yeah, this is probably our word. Our other two choices are starve, which means it can't eat. But I mean, yeah, no, eating is for human beings and for live animals, not for computers. Panic. If something panics, it means it gets very scared and it could freeze. But we talk about computers freezing, but we don't talk about them panicking because a panic is an emotion, and so only emotional beings can have this emotion. So choose B, crash. The laptop cost me an arm and a leg. However, after weeks of use, it started to crash from time to time, and now it won't turn on.
好 cost me an arm and a leg 意思就是非常的昂贵的意思哈。然后所以这个笔电呢非常的贵，但是呢 after weeks of use 用了几个礼拜之后呢 it started to 它开始怎么样呢？我们要选的是 B crash。 crash 这个字现在常常用来指电脑宕机啊。那刚刚用到一个字 malfunction 啊，也就是这个动作不正常啊。那 malfunction 就是 M-A-L-F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N 啊，好，所以它开始怎么样 ？crash 开始常常会宕机啊，然后呢 From time to time 就是三不五时就宕机。那现在呢 it won't turn on 好像是他自己有一个这个决定一样，好，我不开就是不开啊。那英文里面常常会这样用来表示，例如说 the door won't open 啊，就这个门打不开。那这个地方 it won't turn on 就是电脑它没有办法开机。好，那我们看看其他选项， bleed 是流血， C starve 是饿肚子， D 是 panic 慌张啊。那这个跟电脑都没有关系，电脑不会流血，也不会饿肚子，也不会慌张。我们选 B, crash.
Number 9. When a stray dog was accidentally hit by a car and was in blank need of medical help, a vet happened to be passing by and saved its life. We have 4 choices here. Let's read them first. A, desperate. B, precious. C, memorable. Or D, fragile. Well, a stray dog happens to be one that doesn't have an owner. It doesn't live in someone's home. And it was accidentally hit by a car. The dog was crossing the street, didn't notice the car, or the car didn't notice the dog, or both. And the poor dog was hit. Therefore, it was in blank need of medical help. Well, A looks very good. Desperate is something that is needed greatly. You can't live without it, really. We don't say in precious need of something. Precious means very expensive, very valuable. In memorable need of medical help, that's quite odd as well. And so is D, in fragile need. Fragile is easy to break, easy to ruin, and that's not a kind of need. But desperate need, you absolutely must have help in this situation. And luckily, a vet, now this is short here for veterinarian, that is an animal doctor. A vet happened to be passing by. It saw this accident and walked or ran over to the dog and saved its life because he's an animal doctor. So choose A. When a stray dog was accidentally hit by a car and was in desperate need of medical help, a vet happened to be passing by and saved its life.
好 ，stray dog 就是流浪狗，所以有一只流浪狗，它被 accidentally 被意外的 hit by a car 哈 ，it was hit by a car 被车撞到了。然后呢，它是怎么样？那各位，这个是一个常见的英文的字词搭配，就是 to be in desperate need of something 啊，就是急切、迫切的需要某个东西，所以我们就选 A desperate。好，那 desperate 这个字本身就是绝望的或者急切的意思。那在这里，他急切需要的什么东西呢？是 medical help， 就是医疗的救助。那在这个时候呢 ，a vet 一个兽医 happened to 就是碰巧 ，be passing by 就是路过。好，那就可以就 saved its life 救了这只狗狗的命。好，我们看看其他选项 ，be precious 就是珍贵的 valuable 哈 ，valuable 啊，在这里显然不对。那 C memorable 它可以表示值得纪念的哈 ，worth remembering， 或者是难忘的 easily remembered， 但两个意思放在这里都不对。那 D fragile 是脆弱的 easily broken or damaged 啊，放在这里意思也不对。
Number 10. Although Annie didn't like studying, she had a strong passion for painting. With her parents' full blank, she eventually became a world-famous artist. So in order to not study and do something that's traditionally seen as useless, like painting, you have to have something from your parents. In this case, she had her parents' full something. The choices are discussion, judgment, function, and support. The only full anything you can have here is support. If you have somebody's full support, it means they support you no matter what they do. Can you have a full discussion? Is that a common collocation?
Yeah, but it wouldn't make sense in this sentence.
Exactly. I actually can't imagine when I would use full discussion. Anyways, discussion means talking about things. Judgment means making a decision on something and has a negative connotation sometimes. Function just means how something works. So choose D. Although Annie didn't like studying, she had a strong passion for painting. With her parents' full support, she eventually became a world-famous artist.
好，所以题目说，虽然 Annie didn't like studying， 她不喜欢读书，虽然如此呢 she had a strong passion for painting to have a strong passion for 就是热爱，她不喜欢读书，但是热爱绘画。那 with 有她的父母亲的 for 我们要选的 support 就是借由她父母亲的全力支持她 eventually 最后她终于 became 成为了一个 world famous artist 世界知名的艺术家。那我们看看其他选项 A discussion 有可能英文会说 for discussion， 但是它通常不会跟 with 搭配所以不会讲说 with for discussion， 这很奇怪那所以不对。 B judgment 是判断他父母亲的判断让他成为世界知名的艺术家，也讲不通。 C function 由于他父母亲的功能让他成为世界知名的艺术家，这个也很奇怪，所以我们最好的答案就是选 support。Okay,
those are our 10 questions for the day. Hope you learned something with us. We had a lot of fun being with you, and we will join you in just a few days from now. Until then,
bye-bye.